After being apprehended by Uriel, Blake 9, Monroe, and Kogan are all escorted to Lelum, the Golden City. After a few hours of being held in various cells, the trio is prostrated before Uriel, who is sat on his throne in a grand hall. The walls are adorned in Lelum's history, golden iconography, and statues in Uriel's image. He steps down and stands next to you, blade at his side and an unreadable expression on his face. He speaks.
I have been following your little adventures since Hillshire. You seemed like a strange bunch. Not dangerous by any means, but worth keeping an eye on.
He paces back and forth, never meeting your gaze.
When you left Hillshire, I decided to stay an extra few days, to speak to my sister about my offer. She refused, as expected, and I left. A few days later, I was standing where you now stand, when I heard the news of an Eternumite attack on Hillshire. There were no survivors. The culprit? My scouts tell me it was a young girl, not from around there, who had desecrated in the night and slaughtered all of them. Their deaths were not quick, and they suffered greatly. I had intended to do the same to you. However, his gaze fixes on the Aegis inside Monroe's chest. Desperate times call for desperate prayers. Uriel clutches the Aegis and removes it forcefully from Monroe's chest, blood pouring from the open wound before falling to the ground with a heavy thump. The Aegis glows with a bright purple energy as Monroe's corpse turns to ash. Clean up the body. Throw the others in the dungeon. Let them rot for a few 100 years. Maybe then they will feel a glimpse of what my sister felt. A knight begins to speak. And you, my lord?
Uriel stops for a moment, before continuing. I have a job to do. As Uriel turns, Kogan and Blake 9 are knocked out with a forceful blow. They are dragged out of the room. Uriel begins to make his descent into the crater, the Aegis humming in his blood-soaked hands.